All right. All right. It is happy hour Thursday. All right. Hold on. I have to get my charger, make sure my phone is charged because we can't have no dead phone over here. Okay. Ow. Okay, so I can't wait to use this deck that I've been waiting for almost over a year. This deck has been on my list, on my wish list for so long. Hold on, wait till I show y'all. Because back in the day, I had searched for a deck, this particular theme of a deck. Could not find anything, so I settled for some playing cards because I can still, divine with those. But I've seen some bootleg versions of this particular theme. I'm gonna show y'all in a second. But they had like a official deck that released on Amazon, and I was super excited to see it, and I was waiting. I'm like, I'm gonna pre-order this mug, okay? It's happening. It's going to happen. I'm gonna get this deck. So I have a thing for like movie decks and like themes and stuff like that. So this one was right up my alley. It was one of my childhood favorite movies, hands down. All right, we're gonna be using this, okay? We're gonna be using the Wizard of Oz tarot now. I love the Wizard of Oz. I love any variation pretty much. I've never seen Wicked. I haven't seen that yet. Is that what it's called? Wicked? Whatever the shit is with Ariana Grande and I've never seen that one before. Like I'm pretty much into. It's another one. It's weird. It has the girl from The Craft, Nancy chick from The Craft on it. I think she was a little kid. I cannot remember that movie's name. I know it was a Wizard of Oz theme. It was kind of weird, but I liked it. Kind of spooky, but I liked it. And of course, The Wiz. I love The Wiz, the original one. Diana Ross and Michael Jackson and Richard Pryor and everyone else on that film. I love that movie. That's like one of my favorite movies. So yeah, anywho, so I had to get this deck. It's so cute. So we're gonna be using this tonight, okay? It is so cute. I'm so happy with my purchase. So I've used it for myself and I did like a read for a friend with it. So pretty spot on actually. Hey sis, how are you? Happy Thursday. Let me go ahead and put the names in the chat here. You guys know where we're at. Okay. All right, I'm about to drop the names in the list. Okay. Done. First of all, just want to make sure while I'm bumping my gums that the sound is good, that y'all can hear me and everything. The video seems pretty clear. I can see that much. But is the sound okay? Because we want to make sure the sound is good. Okay. Hopefully so. But I am ready to start whenever you guys are ready. You want to know where you're at on the list? I have left the list in the chat so you guys can see it. Hey, Briana. It sounds good. Okay. Awesome. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. All right. I guess we can go ahead and get started. Okay. So, I'm gonna start with Briana with an I. So you guys should see your names in the chat. Timestamp is 4:57. Let's do 5 minutes. All right. All right, Brianna. All right, so let's tap in. Spirit, paper, divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. What is it that Briana needs to know? What happened essentially between her and her person in question? And what is the future going to look like in regards to the situation? I've had a pretty hectic day, so I should have did this first, but let me just like cleanse my hands and energy real quick. All right. Briana and her person of interest. Essentially, what's going on? Like, what's the deal? What does she need to know? What happened? The Ten of Brooms. The Ten of Brooms in this deck is the Ten of Wands with the Scarecrow. The Six of Bricks, which is the Six of Pentacles. Like it has the Wiz of Oz, the Flying Monkeys, and the little doorman. The Hermit. Can't remember the name of this uncle, but this uncle I think was um, the Tin Man. I can't remember his name. All right, let me see. Brooms. Six of Brooms, which is the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Spears, which is the Ace of Swords, with the Cowardly Lion holding it in his hand. So let's see. No, it seems like this person has a lot going on in the background. It might be something with their family involved, because I do kind of get a feeling either it's like ancestors on both sides. Um, but there's also a lot of demands in this person's either in their environment, specifically like a lot going on around them, or they're involved with a lot going on as far as like family or just a lot of transitions, like a lot of hectic energy. So this person's time management, I feel like this person may have kind of concluded that they don't really have the energy that they would like to give to this connection, which is why they made that decision that they made. And I don't feel like this person just randomly just shifted and made that decision. This is something that has been looming maybe for a while, like trying to maintain it as best as they could, show up in the best of their ability. I feel like with the Hermit card, it's not something that they just randomly made a decision. It was something that they sat with. Hello, Tawanda. Hey, sis. This card doesn't give me Six of Wands vibes. Um, Interesting enough, it's like he may be trying to please multiple people in his life in a way, or trying to be the best character, like let me be the best son by showing up this way for my mother and my father, or as a homie, let me show up for my boys this way. Let me show up as a, as a good coworker, or what I mean? Like it's so many demands. I feel like this person, the level of maintaining might have been too much for them with the Ten of Brooms. This was the first card that came out. Like they have a lot that maybe they're even trying to like clear up, straighten out in their life, a lot of priorities and responsibilities. And I don't feel like this person just didn't try or just decided like overnight, like, hey, you know what? I can't do it. I feel like this is something they've been processing for a pretty decent amount of time that they've known you. Um, and whatever this person told you was honest with the Ace of Swords. It's very honest. This person does have the courage. It's interesting because the Cowardly Lion is the one holding the sword. So the truth is there. And then his little I forgot what it was that they gave him. I don't know if it was like a pin or a brooch or something that they gave him of courage. So I feel like he's a man of his word. He's a person of integrity. So whatever he told you, it was honest. I don't see any like sneaky energy behind the scenes. The Knight of Cans, even at the bottom of the deck, which is the Knight of Cups, it has that the guy that Dorothy met, the guy that was supposed to be like a psychic or whatever, like a fortune teller. And to an extent, like whatever he was predicting or picking up, it it almost wasn't clear, but at the same time it's like it was clear. And Dorothy maybe was, seeking guidance because she was very desperate, wanting to move, wanting to lead, wanting to protect Toto, right? And the Fool is at the bottom of the deck beneath the Knight of Cans. And this is the beginning of the movie when it's just where there's no color yet. So I feel like the situation, there was a lot of maybe I wouldn't say a lot of confusion, but it may have felt like even from the beginning of the connection, there was something that just wasn't completely settled or clear about the situation for you. No matter what this person said or told you, it may have always felt like there's something uncertain about it. Is it certain for me to take this path, this journey with this person? Like there was some lingering doubt, I feel like, from the jump. But yeah, I feel like he was honest because I feel like from the beginning of the connection, or at least like the early stages of it, there was a lot of consideration of how he's going to maneuver, how he's going to work with what he has presently going on in his life, how he's going to appease and exchange and give to the people in his life, and including you. And I feel like he did put his best foot forward in it. It is a lot of overwhelming energy for this person though that they're carrying. I feel like it's a lot of different demands on this person. So a lot pulling at their energy too. That they feel like they have to be responsible, they need to do this, they need to do that, I need to show up for this person. And that can be quite overwhelming. And I feel this person concluded that it wasn't a fair exchange for you with the Six of Pentacles or the Six of Bricks. And trying to be the Wizard of Oz, like, behind the curtain, behind the scenes, like he's trying to keep everything under control and maintenance and things like that, right? So behind the scenes, it's like he might have thought initially, like, okay, I can do this, or I want to do it, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna try to make it work. And even with our expectations, sometimes we can't meet our own expectations that we place for ourselves. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm picking up. See what the clear that out. Potential future energy. Potential future energy. Potential future energy. The Fool wanted to come out. The Five of Brooms, which is the Five of Wands. The Hangman. The Hangman is the uncle that is the Scarecrow. Temperance. This is the bucket that Dorothy threw on the Wicked Witch. The Hierophant with the psychic dude again. And Queen of Bricks. Queen of Pentacles is Glinda the Good Witch. So I do feel like when his energy isn't as tied up as it is, there's a possibility that he's going to come back around. I feel like when his energy is a little bit cleared out. He keeps coming out as like Scarecrow energy. So there might be something to him where he is an overthinker. He's an overanalyzer. Um, he might overperform or have high expectations of himself that's like humanly impossible. Like basically putting too much pressure onto himself. But I feel like most likely, potentially, like his energy is going to come back around again. There might be something going on maybe for both of you that you guys are working through, or specifically for him. It's something that he foresees or he's predicting for himself in the future. And again, it's like he's holding himself to these really strict standards. But I feel like whatever this is that's got him tied up right now, like once it's done, once it's like this energy is past, he's gonna try it. I don't know why, but I feel like he might try to come back around again. Um, and this could be a sign for you, like take the good and the bad out of the situation. But there is a cleansing that may happen to where you don't repeat something. I don't know. I'm not getting like all was bad with the situation or was a complete waste of time, but there is still something that you can take from it that might show you something that you're still working through or you're still clearing out, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, but with Glenda the Good Witch, I feel like that's some sort of like divine guide, could be a messenger, someone that has your best interest at heart. And I feel that take this journey not looking at it from a negative perspective. If anything, um, I feel like if anything, this was something positive to take from it as far as it may have helped you to trust yourself more because there's something I feel like you've always sensed or you've always felt in regards to this person. And maybe you gave it the benefit of the doubt. Like, not to say, like, oh, he's a bad dude or anything like that, but maybe you felt something about this. Like, something was off, or you felt, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. Whatever it was that you might have questioned in the beginning, or if it was like a question of, should I embark on this path or not? There's something that you felt or that you knew. But hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I have a feeling, child. I like once his energy, yeah, look, and then the Ten of Brooms is at the bottom of the deck again with the Scarecrow. The High Priestess is Glinda the Good Witch. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna just say the Glinda the Good Witch might be representing my energy and maybe another like guide or someone close to you, or could even be an ancestor. But the Queen of Bricks is the Queen of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles was me sometimes, and the High Priestess can be a messenger or an intuitive. She came out twice, so it's possible that yes, like what I'm saying, this person may come back around again when they're not tied up with whatever it is that they're tied up with, or they feel like they need to get that straightened out. Um, when their energy isn't so like hectic or being pulled in too many different directions. But yeah, it's up to you now what you want to do with that. But that's what I'm getting. All right, sis. So much love to you. Let me know if that resonates or makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and ease on down the yellow brick road now to the next read. Sending you love, sis. I don't know if you're up, but whenever you see it, let me know if it makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and tap into Miss Mahogany, and your charm stamp is where we at? Is that 18? Ah, I can't see. Hold on. 1842. Okay. All right. So, mahogany. Mhm. Okay. Your question. Aw. Thank you for your message. Yeah, I appreciate you too. It has been a minute, but I understand people got their life to live. They got other things going on. I understand. Y'all tap in when you can or when you're available or when you need. So let's tap into your first question. So, what are the energies surrounding the potential reconnection with this person in question? Let's see. Mm. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Let's tap in. Divine Spirit, thank you for divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. Ask for permission to tap into both parties' energies in regards to their connection. What is it that you need to know in regards to the energy surrounding the potential reconnection with this person in question? What does she need to know? Miss High Priestess. Usually when she comes out, you already know you gotta trust your intuition. But it can also represent that whatever this next phase of this connection, this experience, most likely is going to be one that is very enlightening, maybe even helps you graduate to some degree spiritually. Definitely a spiritual lesson, maybe one that you're teaching this person as well. Um, yeah, so let's see. You have the Knight of Spears, which is the Knight of Swords, with that apple tree in the Wizard of Oz. You have the Temperance, which depicts Dorothy throwing that bucket of water onto the Wicked Witch of the West. And then you have the Three of Bricks with the lollipop kill. What is it that represent the lollipop? I don't remember. Is it Gil? I don't know what the hell they be saying. They creepy as hell. The little munchkin people. Um, Three of Bricks, which is the Three of Pentacles in this deck, and the Tower, which is that infamous tornado that spun Dorothy and Toto into the land of Oz. Okay. So yeah, there's something about this that's going to be kind of it's a lot of awakenings, or either it's going to be a big awakening connected to this. It's going to put you both in a different energy than where you are now, significantly, like a significant shift or change, even in perspective. So like I wouldn't put too much fixed expectations, because it might take away the liveliness or something out of the experience that's far more, how I explain it, far more expansive than maybe like boxing it in or having like a specific expectation of, oh, this is how it's going to go, or most likely it's going to happen this way. It may turn out a little bit more, far more expansive than what you have in your mind, if that makes sense. The best way that I can put it. Um, you are going to clear and annihilate something that needs to during the course of this exchange or this reconnection with this person. You might be mindful, you might need to be mindful of just just accepting anything, because there is a caution energy to this to me too as well. You're not walking into this blindly, if you're using your intuition, your wisdom, if you're also taking heed maybe to um your spiritual team kind of, it's almost like they show up in a practical way. So it could be like working through people around you, or everyday circumstances is like the answer to your prayers or things that you're asking for clarity. It's going to be things that are very practical that happen in everyday life that's kind of like the answer. So it's not always going to come in something synchronistic, like, or traditionally what we perceive synchronicity to be, like, oh, I saw this sign and this number, or this feather on the floor, or, just whatever, right? It might be something that someone says. It could be this person's behavior. Like if you're praying for an answer for something, right? And you're like, should me and this person hang out today? They might call you and say, you know, I might not be able to link up with you this weekend, blah, 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 blah. That is your answer that, okay, obviously it's not meant. I'm not going to push, I'm not going to force it. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't always have to be extra spiritual, or what we would perceive as spiritual, answers and messages. But there is some sort of benefit for you. Like, I do get that you've grown since you and this person have connected. Um, you may have a different perception of yourself, could be working on a certain aspect of your self esteem or how you perceive yourself. Um, But as far as the reconnection goes, it is something that is going to shift significantly between the two of you. And I don't feel like it's necessarily bad or necessarily good. It's not like, I feel like it's based off of how you perceive the situation. Because I don't get that, because sometimes people will take things that are needing to be paced or certain things being blocked or delayed for a certain time as like a negative rather than seeing it as protection or blessing or I'm not ready or this person's not ready or maybe it's best at a later time or we reconnected. That's beautiful. I'm not going to get stuck on how it's supposed to happen, if you let go of the strict expectations. Because when I think about this, and it's interesting that I use this deck. Hey sis, I just finished your reading. I feel like it's very interesting that I use this deck because the whole thing with the Wizard of Oz, like in short, is she wants to get home. Like at first, the heifer wanted to run away from home because she thought that her dog, the bitch did take her dog actually. Toto was just smart enough to like jump out the basket, but she was threatening to run away, right? Um, that didn't go according to plan, but it did send her somewhere else. I would say more so psychologically than actually physically going to another place. But she went somewhere that was very colorful, a lot of different characters, a lot of different symbolisms and experiences, and she thought that how am I gonna get my ass home? And it was so simple. Like if the bitch just would have known the whole time that all she had to do was click her heels 3 times and she could have sent her ass home. You know, sometimes it's like we gotta go through the journey. Not to be so hasty when it comes to reaching a destination or a place that we think that we should be or we want to be, rather than just experiencing and going through the journey. And some of the part of the journey might be scary. It might be unpredictable. It can seem unfortunate. It could be beautiful. It could be exciting. It could be a learning experience. Like the journey within itself. Um, I feel like it's kind of the metaphor to take with you because the Tower card is the tornado that sends her to the land of Oz. So whatever takes place in this connection, or reconnecting with this person, it is going to lead you to a place psychologically that may expand the way that you see something. And you'll see that, okay, I did need to experience that. Like, yeah, it would just be easier if Spirit would tell me, oh, this is how it's going to go. All you got to do is click your heels 3 times in the beginning of the movie. But then I wouldn't have experienced the journey that I needed to. Does that make sense? Same thing with the other characters. The Scarecrow with his mindset. The the Tin Man with his heart posture, his emotions, his empathy, um, the courage, the lion when it comes to that self belief, that self conviction, assertiveness, right? Even Toto's little ass. Toto was pretty much a guide. If you really pay attention to him, his ass was just running around like over here, over there, kind of guiding them if you really pay attention. So there's so many things that they can represent psychologically and emotionally, those characters. And they all learned in the end that they already had the shit that they said that they didn't have. It was already within the self. But sometimes you got to go through experiences to understand that and see that. Kind of like the journey where people say, I'm trying to find God, and then you discover that God was never a separate thing from you. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So this journey is something that you just meant to, flow with and vibe with, but it is going to be some significant shifts and turns, some things that you're going to annihilate and clear out at the same time. All right, second question. What does your body have for you at this time? Let's see. What message does your body have for you this time? Let's see. The connection between your body and the experience that you had with this particular person where your general aches and pains that you've been experiencing completely disappeared. Let's see. Interesting. Well, you know what they say, love can heal, or people that you love. Kitty purrs is healing, it helps with the anxiety. So that makes sense. Not the devil. Do, 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 do. The flying monkey. The page of swords with one of the little flying monkeys. The king of spears with the king of wands, or king of swords with the cowardly lion. And then Mrs. Gulch, or whatever the fuck her name is, the devil herself, trying to take Toto with her evil self. Let me see. Ace of brooms, ace of wands with the scarecrow, and the five of brooms, the talking apple trees. I gotta watch this movie again. Like, is it? I want to watch The Wizard of Oz. Not at night though. For some reason, I can't watch the shit at night now. Just like The Wiz, I can't watch that shit at night because it's got some scary looking shit in it. I can't. But your body, I feel like you might, like, a lot of the pains that you feel could be stress related, like tenseness in the body, like energy that's kind of stuck and stored. So like, let's say you struggle with anxiety or something, and if there's something that kind of triggers that anxiety, it's like it's stuck in a certain space, or stuck in a certain spot in your body. This person might help you to relax in a sense of bringing you back into your body, if that makes sense, like bringing you back into center. Because if you notice, like with people that are like very stressed out, very tense, they're not breathing, their body is not in that state of just, because they're not present, you know what I mean? To be present is like, oh my god, like what's going on, why, but this person is able to, or was able to, at least in this instance, bring you into that place of security and safety. With the Ace of Wands being the scarecrow, it could be like a mental thing as well. Like, some of the things that you're feeling, not saying like you're delusional in what you feel about your body when you are having these pains, but some of it is contributing to like your mindset sometimes as well. That could be connected to the anxiety as well. But I feel that this person's energy in some kind of way brought you into a place of like centeredness, a space. So basically, like your nervous system. You know how some people say like, "Oh, why don't be around people that trigger your nervous system and blah blah blah." You want someone that makes your nervous system feel safe. It's kind of giving that. The flying monkey to me feels like some sort of like psychological energy. The page of swords, anxiety, skepticism, doubt. But with this person, it feels like it brought it back to peace. And then if you think about the cowardly lion, like like he was afraid of his own shadow. Like, how you gonna be the king of the jungle and you scared? You know what I mean? So some of it, excuse me, it's a lot of energy stored, I feel like, that also contributes to some of your pains as well. With this person, it's like if you're not thinking about all of that, if you're not stuck in that mindset or those emotions, and this person is kind of easing you out of that, and you're not even really paying attention to that stuff anymore, you're not distracted by it, that's where I feel like that release came from. Does that make sense? Yeah. This car is so like scary. Like she just a mean heifer. Like yeah, but that's what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense. All right, this is at the bottom. I can't remember. Were these the doormen? I think they were, but I don't remember. I gotta watch the movie again. It's been forever. And then the five of spears, the five of swords with the cowardly lion. It's like, yeah, it's like energies, like maybe a fear, anxiety, and if this person's energy kind of takes you out of that, you know, you're not stuck in that mindset. Yeah, you're very welcome. My pleasure as always, sis. Thank you. Long time no speak. It's been a minute. And you're very welcome. My pleasure. All right, let's ease on down the yellow brick road. Briana with a Y. You are up next, sis. And your timestamp is 30. I think that says 35:30. Okay. Okay. Let's get your question. Interesting. Speaking of nervous system. All right. So your question is in regards to your nervous system. What does it want you to know? Interesting questions y'all asking. All right. Thank you, divine spirit, for divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. Thank you for divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. Her question, tap into Brianna's energy, her nervous system. What is her nervous system's message to her right now? Her nervous system's message. What is it? Need Brianna to know. As roommates in this body, what does the nervous system want Brianna to know? What does her nervous system want her to know? I don't know why I felt like I should have split the deck like that. 10 of brooms, 10 of wands. He keeps coming out. Hierophant 2. The 7 of bricks, which is the 7 of pentacles. I think this is a Munchkin Land character. Let's see. Is this, wait, I think yeah, this is the 6 of wands. I can't remember which one I pulled and I said it was, but it wasn't the 7 of wands. I can't remember which one that one, or the 6 of wands. The 3 of brooms, just the 3 of wands. I think this is when that scene where the scarecrow, the cowardly lion, and the Tin Man dressed up as like the guards or the gates of the Wicked Witch's castle. Yeah. All right. Getting a energy of protection. So you might be pretty good at discerning when your body is telling you certain things. Like some people, you would think that people listen to their bodies, but they don't. In some ways, like a person can tell, like, oh, my digestive system is off. I need to stop eating this particular thing because when I eat it, it makes my stomach hurt, or it makes me backed up, or something like that, or I'm not getting the proper sleep because I'm all jittery, blah blah blah, or I need more sunlight. It's like some people are able to discern what it is that's what's going on with them when they need to maybe get a checkup, or eat this or don't eat this, drink more of this, um, get more sunlight. Why is my hands tensed up? I need to do X, Y, and Z. It's like, or I need to take this certain vitamin. Your body, like, you have a level of discernment, I feel like, that you can tell when the body is trying to protect itself at this particular time. It may be like your body goes into defense mode. um it could be like when you're overwhelmed or with stress or something. There's a stress related energy to this with that 10 of wands, the 10 of brooms. um your body could be calling you to clear, if not already, like if you're not already cleansing your body naturally of something, or your body is telling you it's time to do some sort of cleanse. Yeah, I'm looking at this, like, it's so weird, but I'm looking at this card right here, and it almost looks like cells, or like fat cells, blood. I'm seeing all kind of shit, but it looks like something that's clogged. So for some reason, I am getting like your body may be telling you it's time to cleanse your energy. and not just physically cleanse your energy, like maybe fasting or something that you're eating or don't eat this or what have you. Your body may be calling you to have more rest as well. At certain times of the night or day, your body is digesting. Um, Certain things are moving at certain times of the night. So where you shouldn't be actively up or eating or drinking anything, it's like your body naturally needs that time to reset itself. Um, it just slipped my mind what I just was about to say. There's something about like defending and protecting your energy too. So like your body might alert you when you're around somebody that makes you uncomfortable or is overwhelming you. Um, it doesn't really take anything or anyone outside of you really to like remind you of certain things. It's like you know this, you feel it, you're in tune with it. You might be learning different things about your nervous system, about your body, about your health in a way, but you're still like wise though, still in tune enough with your body, your nervous system. Yeah. Um, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but I'm gonna just say it anyway. Like, you don't have to fight to get your point across if you feel the need to do that or match people's energy that may be like low level drama filled. Like, you don't have to match their energy. It's, it's not up for you to do that. It's not something that should concern you or allow it to stress you out, if that makes sense. Because this flying monkey is standing out to me, and they're also at the bottom of the deck right here. It's not worth the energy. The four of pentacles, the four bricks with this other flying monkey. And I think flying monkeys is like a term for like narcissistic people's like when they send people like to cause drama and back them up, or just like intimidating tactics and things like that. Like, not to say that that exactly has to be going on, but if it's like people that like drama or like to be attached to some shit, like don't try to match energy. That could be something that obviously would affect your nervous system in a way, right? So hopefully that makes sense or is helpful. The other question you want to ask is, what realizations did this person have? Excuse me. What revelations did this or realizations did this person have after your last visit together on Tuesday? Let's clear the energy out. And spirit ask what's missing happen to both parties. Energy in regards to their connection, what you want her to know in regards to any realizations that this particular person had after their last visit together on Tuesday in relation to their connection. Briana, what realizations did this person have after their last visit? Okay. This is the Eight of Swords with Linda, the Good Witch. Aunt M with the Empress. The Two of Bricks, which is the Two of Pentacles. The Ace of Brooms. The King of Bricks, which is the King of Pentacles, with Uncle Henry. And the Ace of Brooms, which is the Ace of Wands with the Scarecrow. So they may have realized something about you as being like maybe a overgiver, if not with them or in the past that you have overextended or that you do overextend sometimes. This person does feel like it's time for them to either like show you that they're capable of being reliable. If they haven't been that for you, it's like the realization of that. um I'm hearing 50-50, but not like in that materialistic, superficial, what you bring to the table, not that type of energy, but it's two people showing up in a way that is healthy, that is considerate of each other. It's not one sided, it's not selfish, it's not centered in just like what I want, what I need. Um, Perhaps this person in the past did not realize in a way how they might have been kind of taking more than they gave. So it might have sparked something in this person mentally to kind of clear all that energy up in the past. So yeah, because this is an interesting card to even have Glinda in. Like, why would she be in the Eight of Swords position? But Glinda is the good witch, right? Like, she's wise in her convictions and her decisions. She's not the good witch just in the sense of like walk all over me type of energy, but her decisions are made with good intentions, with a moral character, with integrity, right? Even if it's something that might be a tough decision to make. So they realize that you've sacrificed something, or you've been put in situations where you've had to make moves, or you've had to take the initiative to where maybe it would have served them to also step up and take action, or show up in the connection that is not one-sided for you. So the Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck. So there's something I feel like that this person is actually taking into consideration positively and trying to maybe reverse the past, if that makes sense, or do over. Not repeat not repeat the past, but let's start fresh. Let's start over. Um, yeah, because this is weird or interesting, I should say, more than anything, that Aunt Em and Uncle Henry are both here, and it's a setting like the beginning of The Wizard of Oz, where it's just all black and white. There's no color. So this could represent like the past and what was, because the Empress is someone that does deserve, to be treated and taken, is well taken care of, yes, but also does deserve that kindness, that she instills and gives to everyone else, and keep that space for herself. So I feel like this person does respect the fact that you are someone that does show up, that you are someone that does take care of yourself, but they do feel like there was a little bit of an unfair energy between the two of you, on their side of not really participating or showing up in a way that was helpful to you or healthy to your connection or fair to you, if that makes sense. All right. So that is what I'm seeing. I hope that makes sense. It is Venus retrograde, so there might be a lot of corrections and things with relationships and connections. All right. Yeah, you're very welcome. Or I think that was your your first question, but yeah, I don't know if you're still on here, sis, but I hope that makes sense and resonates. You're welcome. My pleasure. As always, sis, thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate y'all being here. I know it's late. Okay, so let's ease on down the yellow brick road. Miss Alexis, you are up next, sis. And your timestamp is 48:50. All right. I'm glad it made sense. Because sometimes I'll be like, I just gotta deliver what I'm getting. Sometimes it might not make sense to me, but as long as it's making sense to y'all, it's helpful, it's clear. All right, Miss Alexis, you were up next, sis. Let's see your question. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. So, what are the chances that you will receive a new job offer within the next 2 months? You've been looking for a better job and applying. All right, let's see. Answer as information and tap into Alexis's energy in regards to any new job opportunities or offers. New job offers within the next 2 months. What are the chances that she will receive a new job offer within the next 2 months? What is the energy? What's the energy? What's the energy? Oop. Okay. So you have the Six of Wands again with the flying monkey. I don't know why he would be the Six of Wands. You got the Two of Brooms, which is the Two of Wands with the Scarecrow. Um, you got the Nine of Cans, which is the Nine of Cups. With Dorothy getting beautified. The King of Spears, which is the King of Swords with the Cowardly Lion, and Ace of Spears with the Cowardly Lion as well, which is the Ace of Swords. Um, I do feel like there will be a job offer. Maybe a couple, may not just be one. Um, it's interesting because technically you have two. So the Two of Brooms came out, but at the bottom of the deck you also have the Two of Spears, which is the Two of Swords, with Miss Gulch, I believe her name is, which is the Wicked Witch. So I wouldn't like stress too much about the time frame of it, like restricting it only to 2 months, because what if something comes between then or maybe a little bit after 2 months, right? But nonetheless, I do feel like there's a job offer that will be given to you. Um, it could be that one seems more suitable for you than the other. So there might be another opportunity that maybe comes around the same time, or it might be a decision where maybe you take one at first, but then you find that there's the other one that you're offered after some time that is more suitable for you, if that makes sense. One feels more like it caters to your needs a bit. Like it might be all the way around like a good situation or win-win situation from what you can perceive based off of the comparison between one or the other, if that makes sense. Um, or let's say, for instance, maybe there's something within the current job that you're in where there's an opportunity. That could be a situation where it's like, okay, this seems fitting, but there might be something that comes outside of that where it's like, oh, this is actually better. Let me do that. Or it could be vice versa. Like you might search outside of where you are right now, and then an opportunity pops up for you within your company that maybe is more suitable. It's something along the lines of that, if that makes sense. It's like two offers present, but it might be more like one is like, okay, I'll go with this one, but then the other one pops up and it's like, oh, this is actually suitable for me. It's actually better. So, yeah, that's what I see as far as that goes. Now, let's see. What wish of yours is next to come true for you? Let's see. That's good. What wish of Alexis is next to come true? What wish of hers? What wish of hers next to come true? I just heard stop stalling. Stop stalling. The Hangman. I'm going to put him in the center. We have the Nine of Bricks, which is the Nine of Wands. Or, sorry, Nine of Pentacles, my bad. Bricks is Pentacles. Page of Cans, which is the Page of Cups with the Munchkin King. Or I can't remember if he's the Munchkin King or the Mayor. I don't remember what. I know he was in the Munchkin land though. But you have the Four Bricks, which is the Four Pentacles. This could be related to a relationship with someone, because you got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck with Uncle Henry. The Hangman is actually the one of the uncles or cousins. I can't remember what he was. I think he was an uncle. Um, the one that was depicted as the Scarecrow. So this is somebody that maybe has kept you kind of waiting on them, somebody that seems like they're indecisive, um, presenting this energy that they don't know what they want, kind of like giving off a vibe that, I need to figure out what I need, what I want, or I'm not sure yet. It's kind of giving that confusing vibe, or somebody that's kind of keeping you waiting in limbo, wondering and waiting. There could be some sort of, oh, I have to be careful with this because I don't want to give any false hope. The Fool card is here. There could be an opportunity for you and this person maybe to start fresh, start over. But it's more so like it's most likely to come if this person is willing to express something to you, maybe that they've been holding back, or if this is somebody that doesn't really let you know where they stand. It's like a lot of confusion, like they don't really give you a straightforward answer. It's like, oh, you know how I feel. It's like kind of like I'll leave it up to you to figure out what I like, where I stand with you and how I feel, rather than just being direct and honest or expressing to you how I feel about you. So there is some sort of breakthrough when it comes to expression, some sort of honesty, but it seems like it's a baby step, you know? Um Maybe that baby step is like something you feel like, okay, that's a big deal. It's a breakthrough for me. Um I do feel like whatever is expressed, it is a pure intention. It makes you feel like, okay, maybe there's something that can build upon this, or so this does feel like a romantic type of energy to me, or like somebody that you're romantically involved with, um, that you've been waiting on, or just someone you've been romantically interested in, because there is a little bit of this kind of keeping you in a place of waiting, and it doesn't feel like it's happened for a short period of time. It feels like it's been some time, a lot of uncertainty. This person could give you the impression sometimes that they're influenced by other people, or they don't make decisions on their own without like some sort of approval, or follow the leader, or um something where maybe you feel like other people are dictating their decisions or their moves in a way, or influencing it at least. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully. Somewhere over the rainbow. All right, sis. Much love to you. Best of luck with the job hunt. It's been a theme. Like, I know people been looking for some jobs, and sometimes it's not always easy. So I'm sending the blessed opportunities open up for you and anyone else that is looking for work. You know. All right. So that was your reading, Alexis. So we're going to move on to Mina and see. We should be at an hour now, right? I think 58:34. Okay. Hey Kay, how are you? All right. Miss Yaminah. All right, your question. Love. What is the next step for you? Okay. Let's see. Love. Let's see. Crowd previous energy. That's information to tap into Yaminah's energy. Her divine team. What do you want her to know? What is the next step for her in love? What is the next step for her? Oh, cards sticking together. The Wheel of Fortune. The Tower. The Six of Cans, which is the Six of Cups. And the midget. What's not the midget? My bad. I feel so bad. It's not midget. What is it called? in the Munchkin land. And the Nine of Cans, which is the Nine of Cups, and the Star card with the poppy fields. Okay. So what's the next step for you? Whatever the next step is, like, it's a major shift that's happening out of like this. You see the lack of color in these cards, and then you got the color on this side. So it's like coming from one reality or perception or experiencing love in that bland sense of kind of like that played out, same old same, or just simply ain't shit going on. It just feels real, like just bland, stuck. No movement, no action, no excitement, no real prospects. Um, Thank you. Yeah, I feel a lot better. I was struggling a little bit early this week, but I'm way better. Thank you for asking, sis. I hope you're well. But from what I'm seeing, sis, is like you're coming out of that bland state, you know, that lack of excitement or activity going on in your love life. And I feel they want you to, the next step for you is to be in a receptive mode. Like if that be taking care of yourself, doing what makes you feel good. If it's, doing something different, beautifying yourself in a new way, I know they said Venus retrograde is not the time for beauty treatments and doing something new with your wardrobe. No cutting your hair, dyeing your hair, doing something with your style, allegedly is not a good idea, or getting any tattoos or piercings or plastic surgery and all that shit. But do what you divinely feel called, because I do get something around taking care of yourself. Dorothy's being beautified here. She's allowing herself to be treated. So whatever that looks like for you, it doesn't have to be a physical thing. It could be an energy thing, or even with, if you say, I just want to get my hair dyed for me because it means something to me to do that, or whatever. It could be something deeply meaningful, even with the beautification. um this is a time for you to return back to what you love, because when you're in that energy, it's almost like when you're, because Dorothy is asleep, like Glenda put her to sleep. So she's in this field of poppy seeds having a good ass nap, just chilling. Um, Putting yourself in this, and not in a state of oblivion, but almost like allowing your divine team to work their magic, and you just resting in that and like being present, allowing things to unfold. Um, like your dreams are happening in a way that you're not able to see it, because you're letting it flow, you're letting it happen. So when it comes to what you need to do, like what is your next step in love? It's something to do with you taking care of yourself. Because you are shifting out of one energy into a more, out of this like dark, kind of bland, boring, nothing going on, into an energy that is far more exciting. But it's starting with you, though. It starts with you. And I also feel like there might be someone that um has the interest, or you tend to have people that are attracted to you that have the interest, but maybe not the confidence enough or the courage enough to like get to know you or step forward. Um Someone that might count themselves out. And you might learn, or you might kind of accept within yourself that there's nothing wrong with me. Like if a person is interested but they don't really step up, it has nothing to do with something inside of me that's lacking. Like, this person just has to have enough courage. They have to believe in themselves enough to, step to me, to get to know me. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm getting with that. Your other question. Let's see. Why do you feel so much static at your job among your coworkers. Let's see. I'm interpreting it as like funny energy between people, but I don't know if you mean like literal static. But I'm gonna just tap into what your energy, like what is that you're conveying, and ask spirit, why does she feel such static at her job amongst coworkers? Thank you, God, for divine wisdom, peace, and clarity. Why does she feel so much static amongst coworkers? The 10 of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, Judgment, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Brooms, which is the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of different energies at play. Okay, weird energy. Okay, yeah, because it feels like a lot of different like personalities and a lot of just different energies at play. I do get that with the Ten of Wands coming out, the Ten of Brooms being the first card out, it does feel like a little bit of a stress related energy around there. So like it could be people that's got their own shit going on. And if it's not managed well, it does come off as like combative, right? Like you see, this is a guard. Like I think this is one of the Wicked Witches door guards, right? So this feels like somebody that's already like ready to pop off or already in a bad attitude, bad mood. Whereas this person, their energy seems to be more like grounded, coming with positive intention. These are people I feel like at work, there's a lot of different energies that people bring. Some people know how to regulate it, some people don't. So I don't feel like the energy is personal per se. It more so feels like I'm carrying an energy already on me. Anything can trigger it, or the right person, the right words, whatever can trigger it. It doesn't feel like it's personal, but there is something for you to pay attention to, though, not to be oblivious to something here. Let me see. You got the Four of Swords. This is Dorothy. Like, Dorothy is like a moody energy, wanting to escape, feeling like, yeah, it's like a moody energy, like people in their moods. The Death card, um, it could be some shit up in there. Like I would say, like if you're able to clean the energy out, because the broom did stand out to me. If you're able to do some sort of spiritual brushing of energy, because it may not just be your coworkers, it could be people that's coming in, customers, if that's the case. It's a lot. So if you're able to cleanse the energy in your own way before you come in there, or as you're leaving, or you know something on you, like cover your energy, because with the Wicked Witch at the top of the deck with the Death card, there's a funky energy in there. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it could be collectively too. Like people are not in their right state of mind if they're not grounded, if they're not regulated, within themselves. And if people are not like covering themselves or cleaning their energy, they could be receptive to this type of shit. This feels like an energy that's around or festering, or it's like a collective energy. But because you could be coming in with a good energy, or like whoever is walking around in a good energy, and if somebody else is not in a good energy, if it's not cleared or there's no protection, then it's like this energy can affect a person. You know what I'm saying? It's giving that. It's like energy swapping, hopping. With these brooms, I'm just getting like cleansing, protection. So if you're able to, cover yourself or cover the space, or before you walk in, like maybe speak over it, speak life, but yeah, because there's this, it's something like with this death card with the Wicked Witch hand in it. It is like some heavy energy. But yeah, and this is also for you to discern people's energies too, with the judgment card, like who and what you're encountering. And not so much like the person itself, but the energy. Because some people be walking around with shit on them and don't even know. I'll use it as an example. Like, let's say somebody stepped in some dog shit. They may not realize they stepped into some dog shit until somebody like tells them. Like, they might smell it. Like, what the fuck is that smell coming from? Everybody else smell it. They smell it, but then they don't realize that it's underneath their shoe until somebody says it, right? Like, somebody needs to call it out or see it for what it is. That's what I'm getting. The best example. I couldn't think of anything else that would like make sense to that, but that's like the best way that I can describe it. Yeah. Yeah. Shoot. But yeah, that's what I'm getting, sis. I hope that was helpful. Very, very much so. I hope it was helpful because I know like energy and stuff is real. People don't be thinking about it sometimes. It's like we really do have to like remind ourselves to cover and protect our energy. Yeah, you're welcome. My pleasure, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. So let's ease on down the road. Miss Rosie, you are up next, sis. All right, we are at 7213. Okay. All right, Miss Rosie, your question is okay, you're submitting on behalf of your friend. Should your friend reach out to this other person and tell them what she wants to say? All right, let's see. Rosie's friend. All right. Hello to Rosie's friend, Christy. Hello. Let's see. Clear up previous energies and messages. Divine Spirit, ask for permission to tap into Christy's energy and the person in question that she's contemplating on reaching out to and telling him what she wants to say. Okay, would it be in Christy's best interest and highest good to reach out to this person and tell him what she wants to say? Would it be in her best interest to reach out and tell him what she wants to say? The King of Bricks, which is the King of Wands, the Moon, the Three of Bricks, which is the Three of Pentacles. Let's see. And stop. The Two of Cans, Two of Cups. Wow. Let's see, one more. Should she? Trying to get like the ones that are sticking out. Two of Bricks, which is the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. You have a lot of Pentacle cards. So there could be something about an opportunity to build, work together on something, or just practical, let's come together and build, put the effort in. She may feel overwhelmed, like to the point where like feel overwhelmed to the point where maybe this energy makes her sick, like physically, like stomach tight, butterflies, lightheaded, Just a lot of anxiety, or maybe not a lot of rest behind this. Could even be a desire to request that this person either show up for them or help or contribute, or is that something that you'd be interested in, like us coming together or working on this or fixing this, or some sort of coming together, collaborating, connecting, almost fishing for clarity as to where this person stands, or how do they feel. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Should she do it? I'm not getting that it's something that she necessarily would have to, or life is over if she never says anything to this person, but I do feel that it's really based off of the level of importance, like this this energy holds for her to express herself, if nothing else, like not about the other person but more so for herself. And I usually get this a lot when people ask, should I, tell this person how I feel, blah blah blah. Like, you're not doing it for the outcome of, what's going to happen between the two of you, but more so for yourself, to free yourself of that energy that you're holding on to, unless you feel like you can live with it and it never bother you. But if it's something that is deep within your energy, like in your heart, on your mind, and you want to express yourself, you owe that to yourself, even if it's for the sake of getting clarity, like you owe that to yourself to free yourself. So I always encourage, like, if you're going to express yourself to someone or speak your truth, do it um for your liberation, not so much because you're looking for an outcome or hoping, or I'm not going to do it if it's not going to lead to an outcome that I, perceive as good or bad. So I would say it's really up to her level of importance, because there is something where there's a lack of clarity about maybe emotions, feelings, someone's intentions, maybe even not sure what the future holds with this situation or this person. So I feel like there's a lot of emotional energy tied into this. So nonetheless, I would say yes. I'm more so leaning towards yes, but it's not necessary. The devil is at the bottom of the deck. Top of the deck is the hangman. So there is this energy of friction and kind of uncomfortability, feeling stuck, feeling trapped, but it's an illusion. No one's stuck, no one's trapped. Um, Maybe it's kind of like hell waiting for this person or this energy to do something, say something. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I should say something. Maybe I should do something about this. Face whatever it is that you fear. It's going to be liberating. So, yeah, most likely, I feel like yes. Yes, you should. All right. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for Christy. So thank you, Rosie, for putting some more of your friends on. I appreciate it. Your people. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Lots. All right. I hope you guys have a good night, day, evening, whenever you come across the reading. Best of luck to you. You got this. Whatever you decide to do. All right. So that was Rosie's friend Christy. Okay. So Anonymous F, you are up next. And then Chris, you're up next. Was he's on down the road to 7854. Let's do 119. Okay. All right. Miss Anonymous F, let's get your question. Let's see. Did you leave a question, ma'am? Did you leave a question? For general. Okay. Keeping it general. All right. Let's do it. Thank you for your divine wisdom, truth, and clarity, spirit. Clear out these energies. Ask for clarity for Anonymous F. Any general guidance on what she needs to know the most? What would be helpful for her to know at this time on her journey? What does she need to know? What's the guidance? What's the wisdom? What does she need to know at this time? Okay, you have the King of Bricks, King of Pentacles energy, the Six of Bricks, Six of Pentacles energy, the Tower. Some of the same cards coming out for some of y'all. I see. Let's see. What does it's so like I feel this indecisive energy, like more cards want to come out. There might be a worry in regards to a choice or decision. You got the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. It's almost like you fear time is running out and you're going to miss like your destination of where you need to go, where you need to get to. It's like, is this promise what I believe is my way out or my solution, the only solution that I can see for myself, or the most logical, or the one that seems that's going to get me out of a situation that I'm in, whether it's a psychological energy and not a physical situation, um, or like something in your material world, maybe like a thought process or a decision. It's like this one thing that I believe or perceive, but it's going to be the thing that takes me out or gets me out of this period that I'm in. I don't want to miss out or lose. I don't want to get stuck where I am, stuck here in this position or this energy, this situation, this reality, whatever it is. It's like my means to an end, or what I believe is going to or fulfill something for me. There's a fear around this. And I feel like whatever this energy is, it can be dependent upon another person potentially, or another person is involved heavily in this energy where it's like um you're looking for maybe something or someone that you feel like is going to take away something that you feel, um something that's misfortunate for you, like someone is going to be that aid or that help in a big way for you. And so it's kind of like you're waiting for something future tense, or like something that you perceive is supposed to happen, should happen. It's almost like um a self, like you're predicting something to happen or expecting something to come to pass or happen in a certain way. I want to clarify this moon card because the moon is the wicked witch. Ooh, the wicked witch trying to figure out like where Dorothy is. Like she's keeping tabs on Dorothy because she has those slippers, right? Like she's trying to see what's up. Like, I want to see. What's this moon represent? Okay. Now, I do feel that there is an energy here. It almost feels like monitoring spirits, like someone monitoring something that they shouldn't. Like something is not a concern, and it could be worrying about something that you shouldn't be worried about. It could be someone else's downfall or someone else maybe trying to like predict your downfall. It's like someone or something. I don't know who this energy represents, but it's an energy of someone that is trying to like pry into somebody's like whereabouts, what they're up to, what they're doing, either to like see if this person is having a bad experience or situation or hoping. So it's almost like sometimes like with exes, oh, I hope he's, suffering over there, and that's a sign that someone has not yet moved on. But I'm also getting an energy of someone trying to see like if someone is, going to have their happy ending. It's almost like I have to keep tabs on this. How can I like stop this? I don't know whose energy that is, but it's coming out with the moon card. It's almost like it's cloaked, but I'm getting the energy around it, but it's not telling me like whose energy is it. You know what I mean? Because the seven of brooms is the seven of wands. The scarecrow is heavily defending himself against the fire. This fire is can set him on fire just based off of his material makeup. If they set him aflame, he will burn, right? And that's their purpose. It's like, how can I attack this person? I don't know what the fuck this has to do with anything. But I'm just reading the energy because it's coming through. But the biggest thing that I could take away from this as well is you're not going to miss what's for you. Sometimes like things are not going to go the way that we want them to or according to plan or how we expect it, but that's what leads to the journey that we need to experience, right? So like with this tower, the tornado that took Dorothy out of like that, out of Kansas and then lands her in the land of Oz into a whole land of color out of the bland reality that she was living in. But when she returns home, everything is still black and white, but her perception of what she's experienced, it's colorful though at the same time. Like I'm still in the same space and environment. I'm back to where I was in the beginning. But if I didn't go through that journey of color and those experiences, this experience, I wouldn't be able to appreciate this reality that I'm in. So it's not about being in another environment. It's about the conscious. It's about the perception. I believe is like the best way I can describe um just the journey within Oz, right? Returning back home and being appreciative of the family that she does have, not looking to escape or run away from it. She had an escape in reality. Mentally, she went somewhere else. Mentally, psychologically, went somewhere else and brought back those lessons, those experiences back to that reality that she was trying to escape from, if that makes sense. I don't know if this makes any sense. It's like a lot of metaphoric messages, but it might be more messages in one. It may not just be one situation that's coming through, but that's the general um messages that wanted to come through. If we want to call them general, because that wasn't so general, but the Six of Cups, yeah, returning back to something within yourself. Um, it's almost like the Munchkin land can represent like the inner child that never dies, no matter like what size you are. You know, um, there's something about gratitude. There's something about compassion, love, celebrating the self in a healthy way, not like in a narcissistic way, like a self-centered way, but giving back to yourself in ways like maybe that you don't acknowledge yourself, that you don't show that self-appreciation, that love that you deserve to receive, giving it to yourself. If no one else was to give it to you, like why not give it to you? You know what I mean? Why do I need permission to be treated or to be loved a certain way when I can show myself that? All right. I hope that makes sense, sis. I'm sending much love to you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. for donating. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Miss Korish. All right, so your timestamp is 90 minutes exact. Exactly. Okay. I think that is, I don't remember what 90 minutes is. I'm slow. All right. So, okay. So your question is, you met this person a few weeks ago. You guys hung out a few times. You'd like to know what this new person's true intentions slash feelings are towards yo. All right, for sure, for sure. Let's see. Spirit asks for permission to tap into Chris's energy and the person whom she's inquiring about, his intentions and true feelings. Like, what is. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, cards is like trying to fly around. Got the Hierophant, the High Priestess, Justice, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Swords, Ace of Cups, Three of Cups. Okay, so this person may feel like your energy is refreshing to be around because maybe this person just recently got out of a situation or the last significant relationship that they had. This person could have been, I don't want to say like a headache, but like with the Justice card being one of the witches, one of the wicked, I think the Wicked Witch of the East, with the house fell on her, and then her sister is the Queen of Swords, the Wicked Witch of the West. So it's almost like whatever archetype that this person is used to, or like maybe their most recent encounter that they've had, that person could have been quite nasty, like a negative person, a negative energy, or they're just used to being around that type of feminine energy. Your energy might be much more lighter, much more welcoming, as the Glinda the Good Witch is completely opposite of these two witches, these two sisters. They have dark energy, negative energy. Um, so they do see you as someone that may be different from what they're used to, or they're embracing something maybe that they're not used to dating. And I don't feel like it's a physical thing. I feel like it's an energy thing. Like the type of feminine energies that maybe they are used to dating or have, maybe being toxic to some degree. Because I do feel like this person is learning something through their current dating experience. This person could be opening themselves up to different types of people with the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Your energy does represent something a bit more. Um, when I say feminine, I'm not speaking of like traditionally feminine, like the way that you have to dress and wear heels and wear pink, but just more so of an energy that's more inviting, more welcoming. Um, it's not like this heavy, negative, angry. It's like something about this is like real dark feminine energy, like toxic dark feminine energy, manipulative, nasty, conniving. Maybe the type that's not, like the girls that, oh, I don't get along with other women. I get along with guys, like, or if they do like hang out with women, it's a lot of gossiping, backbiting, jealousy, like toxic women. And your energy's lighter from that. So this person's intentions, I feel like, is to be receptive and open to the experience of getting to know you. Because I do feel like this person likes your energy a lot. They may feel like there's a lot to learn about you. Your energy may come off as like kind of like you're open, but there's things about you that you don't give it all away. It's like there's still like a mystery about who you are. And I mean, it's only been a few weeks, right? You have the Ace of Cans, which is the Ace of Cups with the Tin Man's can. So I do feel like this person's open. They are receptive, to get to know you. I feel like this person could be learning to be more open-hearted themselves, because if they only dated people that have this nasty type of energy, it can make you defensive, or maybe they were toxic at a point to where they could handle relationships like that, to the point where if they started working on themselves, started maturing, learning about what they want and what they don't want, that energy became toxic. So there's something shifting for this person. I feel like their intentions are good. Um, just to sum it up, I feel like their intentions are to be receptive and open to your connection and get to know you. They might be open to dating other people still. They may not be settled on committing yet. Maybe they've gotten out of a commitment, or they're used to jumping into commitments, especially with people like this. So they're being more wiser in their choices and decisions about like who they get to know, who they date, so on and so forth. But yeah, that is what I'm getting for you, Chris. I hope that was helpful. If you're watching, if not, whenever you watch this, I hope that you found this reading helpful and insightful. That concludes our live tonight, you guys. No more submissions. It's pretty late over here. I will see you guys tomorrow, though, for our Ghetto Fairy Friday. I look forward to seeing you guys all there. Don't forget to like this video if it genuinely resonates, helped you out. If you guys want to book a personal reading, hit me up, email me, reach out, check my schedule with me. Um, but yeah, other than that, I appreciate y'all. I hope everyone has a good night, good day, evening, wherever you guys are in the world listening. And until the next one, peace.